Hey guys, Aaron here. Today I want to talk to you about an issue that has been plaguing Ford owners since about 2010, and that's the issue of swollen lug nuts. And the issue came about when Ford decided to design a two-piece lug nut. It's a steel lug nut with an outer aluminum shell, I'm guessing for appearance. And what happens is after multiple uses of torquing them down and taking them off, the pressed shell, as you see it's pressed onto the steel here, loosens up and it swells a little bit, and you're unable to get a normal socket onto these, and they become stuck on the vehicle. And they become a real big pain when dealerships or repair facilities will not remove your wheel unless you agree to purchase brand new lug nuts and pay them to do it, which can be pretty expensive. This design of lug nut has been used on a lot of Ford vehicles, F-150s, Expeditions, Explorers, Escapes, Focuses, even the Mustang have these. So what we're going to do is we are going to go over two different ways to properly remove the lug nut safely. There's a way that's a little bit easier, but there's a way that's a little bit more labor extensive. Now, when it comes to replacing the lug nuts, this is a brand new lug nut purchased from Ford. It still has a two-piece design, kind of stupid considering it's just going to happen again. This is a lug nut purchased from Dorman. It's a one-piece design made to kind of mimic the OE acorn shape right here. They work well. Better option in my opinion. Cheaper option, you're going to spend about $50 to $60 on a complete set of these right here. And there's also these lug nuts made by Gorilla. They're a locking lug nut, and you're given a special size socket that fits over the lug nut, and it is splined, which is cool too. They come in two different colors, chrome and black. These are a lot more money, but in my opinion, they look a little bit better. Now, I went ahead and made a list of all the vehicles with these issues and the proper part numbers and links to the lug nuts online if you want to purchase them online and save yourself a lot of time and money. Now let's go ahead and go over the removal of these stubborn little things, and I have this nice 5-piece set here. These are flip sockets, and they actually have half sizes. So on your bigger vehicles that require the 21 millimeter, you're going to have a 21.5. I will go ahead and take a hammer and drive this on, and 9 times out of 10 it removes the lug nut, no muss, no fuss. You guys with smaller vehicles, you know, the Mustangs, Focuses, Escapes, with the smaller lug nuts, you're going to be using the 19.5. Very nice little kit. I purchased this online. I'll go ahead and throw a link in the description for this kit. For anybody who's a mechanic, this is definitely a must-have for anybody working on these vehicles. Now, if you don't have those sockets, no issue. There is another way. You're going to need a hammer, a cold chisel, and you need a flat blade screwdriver. And what we're going to do is we're going to knock off this outer shell. It's actually hollow inside of this point right here. We're going to start off by hitting the center, breaking the shell, and we're just going to take our flat blade screwdriver and kind of pry off the shell, and eventually it'll crack in half, and then we can remove the shell, and there is a 19 millimeter hex head underneath this right here. This route is definitely a little bit more labor extensive, takes a little bit more time, but with a little bit of luck and effort, you can definitely get these off. So here we have the 17-inch wheel off of a 2018 F-150. This vehicle's been in service for a couple times now, and as you can see, with the 21 millimeter socket doesn't go on anymore. These lug nuts are going to have to be replaced. So let's pretend I don't have my handy sockets I showed you earlier. This is the cold chisel here. What we're going to do is we're just going to punch through the center. And then we're going to start prying it off. Kind of manipulate it a little bit more and pull it off. So that's kind of what you're going to be left with. Now we can take a 19 millimeter socket And now remove it from the vehicle. And that's how to remove a stubborn swollen lug nut from a Ford car, truck, or SUV. That pretty much wraps up this video. Make sure to check out the links in the description for the proper lug nuts if you want to purchase them online, and also the tools that I used during this video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave something in the comment section. Thanks again as always, guys. See you next time.